Hello students, standard 7th. In last session, we completed the 9th chapter, that is rational numbers. Now, the 10th chapter is about the practical geometry. But I am skipping that chapter now because maybe at the end of the February our school can start. So it is better to explain that chapter personally in the classroom, because it is little need more attention, more explanation, which is quite difficult to explain you in the video. But when we are facing each other in the classroom, then when you are doing that geometry with me, then I can check personally that what is the problem, where you are struggling, and then it will be very simply we can do that. And therefore that chapter 10 we will do soon in the classroom. So now I am going to start chapter number 11, that is the perimeter and area. Now, everybody learn in this standard 6th about the perimeter and area of squares or the rectangles, etc. We know that the polygons are the closed figure made from the line segment. And if they have the same length, they are known as regular polygon. Now, what is the perimeter and what is the area? Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure. So, when you start from any point, suppose this is a closed figure. If I start from point A and I go through the sides, not jumping, but through the sides A to B, B to C, C to D, E, F, G, H, I and back to A. Then what is the distance total covered by me? That will be the sum of the lengths of all those line segments. AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus EF plus FG, GH, HI and IA. Means we have to take one complete round from starting point, go around and come back to the starting point. So that total length of the path from A to A again, that is known as the perimeter of the given closed figure. So, perimeter means the boundary, length of the boundary of the closed figure. Or perimeter is the distance around a closed figure. What is area? Area is little different thing. Suppose this is a plot. So now this is the plane. The region or the place in the plane that is occupied by the closed figure means the measurement of all this part, shaded part. That is known as the area of the closed figure. In perimeter it is only boundary, length of the boundary. But area means the whole part that is occupied. So, area is the part of a plane occupied by the closed figure. So, you can see that when you draw this closed figure, it occupies that much place. So, that is the measure of that place is known as the area of that closed figure. So, don't get confused to these two words, perimeter and the area. Perimeter is the length of the boundary of the closed figure, and area is the part of the plane occupied by that closed figure. Now, sometimes to solve the basic problems which are related to perimeter and area. So later on, after these formulas, I will try to explain that sometimes in the question it is not given that find the area or find the perimeter, but from the description we have to decide whether we have to find the area or we have to find the perimeter. So the description, if you read properly, then that will give you idea. You have to think a little. Then that idea you will get from your thinking, from your observation, from your imagination, that what is to be found, the perimeter or the area of the given object. So let us recall our memory, because we learned some formulas to find the perimeter and area of squares and rectangles in the previous standard. And then in this chapter later we will learn about some other formulas for different type of figures like a parallelogram or a trapezium, etc. So let us recall the formulas that we learned already. First, perimeter of a square. Perimeter of a square is given by the formula 4 times L or 4L, because we know that a square has 4 equal sides. So now what is perimeter? Perimeter is length plus length plus length plus length. All the 4 sides are equal. So if you take the variable L for the length, we get the simple formula for the perimeter of square, that is perimeter of a square is equal to 4L. Now area, we also learn about the area of the square. The area of the square is side multiplied by side. Side is L, so we get the formula area of a square is equal to L into L or L square. You can use L multiplied by L or L squared also, where L denotes the measure of the side of the square. So for the square you get 2 formulas, one for perimeter, one for the square area. So perimeter of square is 4L and area of the square is L multiplied by L or L square. Also we got the formulas for perimeter and area of a rectangle. We know that a rectangle has length and breadth. 2 dimensions are there. So now perimeter of the rectangle is, we know that 2 times length Because in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So here, these are two lengths, these are two breadths. In square, all are length, L, 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 L in square. While in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So if we denote the longer side by length L, and if we take the other side by B, breadth, then we get the formula of the perimeter: length plus breadth plus length plus breadth, 2 times. So we get perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 times into bracket L plus B. So perimeter is given by 2 times L plus B, where L, as I told you, L is the length of the rectangle and B will be the breadth of the rectangle. Area is length multiplied by breadth. So area of rectangle is equal to L multiplied by B. So here we get the two formulas, one for the area and one for the perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter is 2 into bracket L plus B, and the area of the rectangle is L multiplied B, where L denotes the length of the rectangle and B stands for the breadth of the rectangle. So here the area and perimeter of square and rectangle are very simple. Just we have to remember the proper formula and then put the values given. We can find the area or the perimeter of square or rectangle. Now, as I told you in the beginning, that when sometimes what happens, the description is given. If it is given that find the perimeter of the square or perimeter of rectangle or area of the square, area of the rectangle, and then you have to find the cost of painting or something, then it is clear in your mind because it is directly given that find the area or the find the perimeter. But sometimes directly it will not be mentioned that we have to find the perimeter or we have to find the area. So now some of the situations you have to imagine about it, that where can be that thing should be happen, and according to that we have to use the proper formula to find either the perimeter or the area. Listen, some of the situations that we are going to keep in the mind. Suppose that we have to find fencing around your field, your farm, you want to make the fencing. Another situation, wall around your compound walls, where you are staying, your walls around the compound. In this situation, where will you build the wall or where will you make the fencing? Is it, suppose this is to be fenced, will you do the fencing on the boundary or inside? Obviously, fencing must be around. So in the case of, you have to find a fencing, you have to build the wall around the compound. Your house is there, and in the courtyard there is a place, and you want to make the building wall. You want to build the walls. So that is also around the, means in this situation where something is done on its boundary, in this situation you have to find the perimeter. Similarly, there can be another examples also, like there is a tablecloth, and on the tablecloth you want to stitch a designing lace, and if you want to find the length of the lace, so where will you put the lace? Around the edges. So around the edges, if you want to do, obviously the perimeter. So whatever the thing you have to do in the boundaries, then you have to find the perimeter. It will not mention sometimes, but here we have to find the perimeter. Think about another situations that you have to do the leveling in the field. Leveling in the field. Leveling means the place is up and down, so you want to make it level. Or you want to fix tiles on floor. Or you want to paint the wall. Or something like you want to polish the floor. In this all situation, that tiles we are putting on the floor inside there. Leveling is also inside. Paint the wall is the whole thing, not in the boundary. Polishing the floor, the whole thing. In all this situation, that should be inside the boundary, not on the boundary, but between the boundaries. So that is the area. So imagine the thing to do, that what is given, and then take the proper decision that either you have to find the area or you have to find the perimeter. So whatever is to be done in the boundary, on the boundary, we have to find the perimeter, and whatever something to do inside, to spread the soil or to dig the holes, whatever is the inside there, then we have to find the area. So these two type of situation should be very clear in your mind. Then otherwise you have to find the area and you will find the perimeter. Then the totally doesn't matter, your answer is right according to your method. But in place of area you find perimeter, or in place of perimeter you find area, then you will get 0 marks. So be careful about it. So here we are going to finish the session. In the next session we will learn more how to find out the different situations, area or the whatever in the. So if any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.